This is Clumber Park on an absolutely beautiful July the 31st, and because it's going to get warm later in the day, I've got up before the crack of noon in order to come here and try and find Nottinghamshire's latest arrival, at least its first arrival and latest arrival in a wild state. It's a spectacular species. I know exactly where it is, and it has 8 legs. Now I've still got quite a walk to go till I get to the South Lawns area, and South Lawns is an area of heathlands. But Clumber Park is great habitat. It's typically a mix of parkland habitat, lots of mature trees here, and also areas of deciduous pine and both mixed woodland too. It's a great place to come and record invertebrates, and if you want a nice walk, park on the A614 and come down this way through one of the entrances that's generally closed off now. But it's a beautiful walk, nice scenery, and some fabulous trees too, and it's quiet. Well, that's another species that I've waited years to see in the wild state in Nottinghamshire, ticked off, so to speak. You know how it is, and I think this is probably more an entomologist or certainly a birders thing, where you've looked in the books for years and years and you've looked at a particular species, and it's a species that for some reason takes your fancy and you really want to see. It's probably a genuine rarity in your local county or on your local patch. Well, the wasp spider, which is tucked away behind me with its grasshopper prey, is such a moment for me. I waited years to see one here in Nottinghamshire in the wild state, and although I have seen wasp spider in Nottinghamshire, there was a record or 2 records in Nottinghamshire, both from garden centres and both arrived via importation. This one is the genuine wild article, which has reached Clumber Park here by its own accord. And this is it. Surprisingly, this spider doesn't seem to have a retreat. The web is very low to the ground. It's a large orb web, but spun in between the stems in an available space. And I thought there may well be a bell-like retreat. There is a little hint of one, but this spider has come out from the centre of the web and gone up and is now just sat here on the grasses. And what a thing it is! I can't believe, quite frankly, that I'm looking at one of these and in Nottinghamshire. One time I considered going down south and hunting them out down there. Now I don't need to. I think this spider, or this species, has been in Nottinghamshire for probably a decade. I wouldn't be at all surprised. But it is elusive. Despite being large, it's as large, if not larger, than any garden spider you'll see. The abdomen is a different shape, but despite being such a large spider, and the fact that it makes its webs low down, almost out of sight, it's possible and very easy, I think, to walk past this spider and not know that it's here. And this is typical of where wasp spiders make their web. There's just the smallest of gaps, really. And there is a fabulous fresh orb web. It looks as though all of these spiders made fresh webs last night, which most orb weavers tend to do. But there's not a lot of room there. They can build a web in the narrowest of spaces. Wasp spiders here at Clumber are the first wild record of wasp spider in Nottinghamshire. There are, say, 2 records from garden centres, one from a garden centre near Oxton and one from right in the very south of the county, where the species bred for at least a couple of years, and it was located in a polytunnel, and they were traced back to an importation of plants which had come from Italy. And although this species has turned up in the odd spot in Lincolnshire, I believe there is one site for it, but also in the West Midlands, if I remember right. And then last year I saw a report from Plesley Pit Top, just over the county border. I was convinced then that this spider is in Nottinghamshire somewhere, and I think after finding it here now, getting to really know the kind of habitat in which to look for it and where to look for it, I think this is a spider that's going to turn up at a number of sites, and very quickly too. It just has to be elsewhere, and I think it's probably at numerous sites within Clumber itself. But it was found the other day by Anna Macker, who posted images on Facebook, and Anna was contacted by Nicholas Brownlee, and she very kindly gave us the exact locations for this colony. I'm not giving the exact location out. I said that I wouldn't, but all I will say is that this spider is in the South Lawns area of Clumber Park. What a fabulous thing it is. It's been a long time waiting for this spider to show up, or at least be found in Nottinghamshire, and I still can't believe that it's here and that it has been found only a couple of days ago. What a find. Whether it was a chance find, I don't know, but a superb find nonetheless. Nick and Samantha Brownlee came to see these yesterday evening, and I thought I'd wait until the following day before coming to look for them. Very easy to find when you know the exact location. I'm sure that the wasp spider here is a species that is going to turn up more in Nottinghamshire. I know Nick and Samantha and myself will certainly be looking for it at every suitable habitat. And I think pit tops are probably the way forward to find a second record for knots, at least a second record of a wild wasp spider. Fabulous spider. Even if you don't like spiders, you can't fail but to be impressed by this species. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, what a fabulous spider. If you don't like spiders, you'll have to bear with me on this one, although if you don't like spiders, you've probably not got this far into the video or even watched it at all. But this is a fabulously coloured spider, and it's just great when you see a monitor species moving up through the country. You hope for the time or the day when that species reaches Nottinghamshire or whatever county you live in, and then when you get the chance to see it, the world is good for once. The world is very good today.